friends, let's solve a numerical using superposition theorem. So I am considering a numerical with a current source, resistance is connected across it, one more resistance, a battery is connected between these 2 points with 2 series resistances like this, and the target resistance will be connected like this. So here I am having only 2 sources. One is a current source of 5 ampere and a voltage source of this polarity having the value 3 volt. Resistance is 2 ohm, this is also 2 ohm, actually these two are in series. This is also 2 ohm, 3 ohm resistance, and this is 1 ohm resistance. We are supposed to find out current flowing through 1 ohm resistance using superposition theorem. So let's start. First, I will consider 5 ampere acting alone. The only source left is a 3 volt. Being a voltage source, we need to short circuit it. So 3 volt is short circuited. So I will get structure like this. Now instead of having a resistance 1 ohm connected like this, I can connect it like this also, because suppose this is point A and B. So between A and B I am having a current source which is acting alone, resistance 3 ohm, 1 ohm, a resistance through which we are supposed to find out a current. This is 2 ohm, 2 ohm in series with this 2 ohm, and 3 volt will be shorted. So the structure will be like this, with 5 ampere current source, 3 ohm resistance, 1 ohm is a target or a load resistance through which we are supposed to find out a current, and these are the remaining resistances. Now if you see properly, this 2 plus 2 will become 4, but this 4 is coming across this short circuited link, so actually it is redundant. So I can say 2 plus 2 equal to 4 ohm is redundant, because it is across short circuit, so it will get bypassed. So let's remove this part in a circuit. Moreover, if you see properly, this 2 ohm and this 1 ohm is actually comes in parallel. So I will redraw the circuit. I can do one thing. In this circuit, I can interchange the position of 3 ohm and 1 ohm. That is not going to affect the circuit. So instead of this as a 3 ohm, I will consider 1 ohm, and 3 ohm I will connect after 1 ohm, and the other 2 ohm resistance will come in parallel with all these elements. So finally I will have 5 ampere current source, 1 ohm, this is 3 ohm, and this is 2 ohm. Why I have interchanged 1 and 3? Because I can say this is a parallel combination. So 3 parallel 2, if you solve, you will get answer as 1.2 ohm. What is so special about it? Let's redraw. So now I am having a current source, 1 ohm resistance and parallel combination resistance which is 1.2. So it's a 1.2, 1 and 5 ampere. Current source is connected to parallel to two resistances. So it's a favorable condition for application of current divider rule. So by current divider rule, I can say current flowing through 1 ohm resistance equal to the resistance which is connected to 1 divided by addition of both the resistances multiplied by total current supplied, which is 5 in this case. So if I solve, I will get I1 ohm, rather I should say I dash 1 ohm, because this is only considering 5 ampere acting alone. So I dash 1 ohm will be 2.7273 ampere. The direction of current will be downward. So this is a partial answer that I am getting because I am only considering 5 ampere acting alone. Let's go to the step number 2 and consider 3 volt acting alone. If 3 volt is acting alone, then what to do for this 5 ampere current source? So being a current source, I need to open circuit it. So 5 ampere is open circuited. So considering this modification in the original circuit where I am removing this 5 ampere and 3 volt is acting alone, the structure I will get is like this. 1 ohm in parallel with 3 ohm, 2 ohm. Here the battery of 3 volt will act alone, and these are the two resistances which will be in series. So load resistance 3 ohm, this is 2, 2, 2, and battery of 3 volt is acting alone. Our job is to get current flowing through 1 ohm. Again, same thing applies. This 2 and 2 in series, which will give me answer 4 ohm. But this 4 ohm is across a voltage source which is 3 volt. So 4 ohm is redundant, meaning you can neglect this branch in a circuit. So let's redraw considering this fact. So the circuit will be like this: 1 ohm, 3 ohm, this is 2 ohm resistance, and only battery of 3 volt will be present. Here also, if I know this current, by using current divider I can get this current. How to get this current, which is I? Simply I will consider parallel connection of this 1 and 3. So 1 parallel with 3, that will give me answer 1 into 3 divided by 1 plus 3. So it is 3 by 4. So answer is 0.75 ohm. So 0.75 will come in series with this 2 ohm. So R equivalent I will get 0.75 plus 2, which is equal to 2.75. And then I can get the value of I as 3 divided by 2.75. So R equivalent will be 0.75 plus 2, which is 2.75 ohm. Then current given by this battery will be 3 divided by 2.75, which is equal to 1.0909 ampere. Now this current is splitting into two, and objective is to get this current, which I denoted as I double dash 1 ohm. So I can use current divider rule. So by current divider rule, I can say current flowing through 1 ohm resistance, here I will denote it I 1 ohm double dash 3 divided by 1 plus 3 multiplied by 1.0909, and I am getting an answer 0.8182 ampere. The direction of current is downward. Now, as per the statement of superposition theorem, total response or total current will be the sum of currents because of individual sources. So, if I add, I will get 2.7273 plus 0.8182. The answer will be 3.545 ampere. Both the currents are downward, so obviously resultant will also be downward. So here we have seen every time we are not supposed to use mesh and nodal analysis to increase our steps. You better go for source transformation, series parallel connection of resistances to get an answer. It depends upon how good you have understood the concepts of source transformation, current divider rule, and all the remaining things. So here we have come to an problem number 6. In subsequent videos, we will solve more numericals. Thank you.